Hello, darling. While I'm here, hey, g'day viewers, how are you? Michael here. I'm just here, I've got this rabbit at home. She's been, had sore hocks, and so I wanted to keep an eye on her, make sure she was good. And while I'm here, I'll talk to you about rabbits in general. If you're new to rabbits, it's a bit different. If you've been around them a long time, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm mainly focusing on people that are not used to rabbits. And I'd like to show you the correct way of doing it so you don't hurt her or scare her, and make things a little easier. That's what I want to talk to you about today. Well, I'll start with the most important thing you need to know. Rabbits are obviously on the bottom of the food chain. Everybody out there in the jungle, the bush, wherever it is, whether it's America, Australia, whatever, there's the predators that eat rabbits. And there's a lot in the US. Now, they're at the bottom of the food chain, so they're totally always nervous. The worst thing you can do with a rabbit really is to not let it know you're coming up on it. The first thing you got to do is get its vision. Have a look at it. I know when you're used to rabbits, you do it automatically. But if you're starting out and you're not real sure about handling it, you want to make sure every little avenue is covered. Now, that's where I'm talking here. I suggest that a person should always let them see you coming. That way they're less likely to be afraid. I'm going to show you what I do to lift a rabbit out of a cage like this. The main thing is I tend to do, don't grab them by the ears. It shouldn't even grab them on the back if you can help it. But if you're going to pick them on the back just behind the neck, at least that way, don't leave it for a long period. But I come in, I get it. I want it so when I lift her out, I'm bringing her out backwards. Now the reason backwards is, otherwise the feet are liable to catch. And if the feet catch, well, you can, if you had a situation like that ever, and if you learned the hard way, which I did when I was never told, I nearly broke the feet off some because she ended up getting caught. Now, on a side cage, it's even worse because if she's coming through this way and she gets her foot caught in the bottom, how painful is that? If it gets caught on the bottom of the cage, and it's the same on the top. Now, the way to hold a rabbit in its cage, look, I hold you good. When you've got a lot of people carry a rabbit like this. It's a good way. That way she can stuck her head down if she's scared, or she can stick them up if she's happy. If she's not scared. That's a good way to carry a rabbit. Now, when I give it to young people to look at and they're not used to it, I treat it a little bit different. I know I could teach them not to do this, but it's very hard to get a young child or someone for the first time to hold a rabbit like the correct way, like this. Well, it's my way, put it that way. I shouldn't say it's the correct way. It's my way I like to do it, and most people do. Now, it gives them a choice. Now, if a rabbit, this is a hard one sometimes when they're getting used to, but what I'll do is put them on a child's front like this, and she's doing a little standing uppy, but are you trying to kiss me? Anyway, when you put her like this here, hold them, their feet are on your body and they feel more secure. Rabbits like to have their feet on the ground. I know. I'll put you away. Anyway, when I put her back in, I put her back in the same way, okay? I bring her back, put her in backwards. That way, feet don't get caught. And I put her in. Oh, sorry, sweetie. One final thing I need to talk to you about too is that, besides coming in from the side, always making them aware, rabbits, there's two things that people do when they first get a rabbit. They ask you, is it a boy or a girl? And they want to hold it. So sorry about this. The first thing I would do is, I suggest, and we do it the wrong way. You should pick up the rabbit, get used to the rabbit, pick the rabbit up, pat it, and keep friendly with it. And after a little bit of time when it's relaxed, then you do the things that bad rabbits don't like. I've got a persistent wife. So the first thing I would do is get the rabbit. I would get it used to me. Then I would turn it on its back. Because you can imagine, if you're a rabbit, what are the two things you don't like to see? You don't like to see something coming from the top above you. Birds of prey, wolves, foxes, coyotes, dingoes. They grab a rabbit from the back. That's where we pick them up. So that's why you want them to see what you're doing. So you get, oh, that's not a fox, that's Michael. He's a good bloke. And the other one is, I'm getting a little bit tired of this. It's another one of my children. And then the other thing is, when you turn it over, that's what a predator does too, to tear out its soft spots. So what you do when you turn it over, let it, give it a time. That's about it. I hope you like what I've showed you. I hope you didn't like the phone calls, because that was annoying me. And I'll catch you next time. See you later. You want to come with me, little baby? I'm going to change your litter. She's got a bit of a problem with the litter in there. She didn't like it. I changed it, and the wood chips I got for her is very harsh. And she'd been annoyed with it. She was chucking mental. So I'm going to change it for a softer one. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. She was going okay. She started getting annoyed because it was getting a bit dirty for her. So I changed it, and then she starts chucking mentals in it. And you can see she was irritated. So we've got to make the girl happy.